Yeah, introduce yourself. Give a quick little thought on the video and that kind of thing, and about atheism and things that you have encountered with people and stuff.
Sure. Interestingly enough, the first time I encountered an atheist that pushed back against my faith. I grew up in church, so it was like breathing air. We went to church on Sunday, tithe, and that's what we knew. And it was interesting. I say this to the teenagers too. I mean, you really got to be on guard. I remember in 9th grade, I had a teacher, Mr. Fariga. I don't know if I should say his name or not, but said it now. Edit it out. Right?
He's out there now.
Right. He was my 9th grade biology teacher, and he was teaching on evolution. And I don't even know why I asked this question, but when he was done speaking, he asked, if he had any questions, and I raised my hand. And I asked him, isn't evolution just a theory, right? And I'll never forget, he came from behind his little podium, walked over to where I was standing up because we were getting ready to leave. And he walked over to where I was standing. He put his finger right in my chest like that, pushed me back in my seat and said, "Don't you ever ask that question in my class."
Wow.
9th grade.
Wow.
9th grade. Now, I said that to say that for the parents, don't sleep on what you saw tonight. Don't overlook it. We have to prepare our youth to be able to know what they believe, why they believe it, and to be able to articulate it in case they come into contact with those Mr. Fariga. Now, for me, it was in 9th grade, right?
Yeah.
But, as the pastor was mentioning earlier, it happens in college all the time. By the time I got to college, though, I was ready. I was like, yo, that's not going to happen again. My dad bought me my first apologetics book after I graduated, right, between my senior year and going into college, and talking about biology and the eye and all that kind of stuff. And so I was kind of, getting sharp at the time. But again, you have to know, what you believe and why you believe it. And I've just, thankful to God that He's, brought just several resources out there by which we can learn these things and understand that Christianity is not a dumb man's religion. It's not just something that we believe because it feels good. And I'm gonna pass the mic on in a second. I can go on forever, but I did want to say this. It was interesting. The point that he started out with, talking about information and DNA. And I just love that part of the video because there's a guy by the name of Anthony Flew back in the day. He was a philosopher, and back in the day, throughout the 20th century, he was like the Michael Jordan of atheists. He debated against Christians on college campuses. He wrote several philosophy books. If you were a philosopher of religion, you had to read Anthony Flew. It was just a required text, and he was a stone cold atheist. But interestingly enough, in 2008, I think he's passed on now. I think he died in 2012. But in 2008, the last book that he wrote, the title of it was "There Is a God."
Wow.
And it was actually the information point that they made at the beginning of this video. That was the point that convinced them that there's no way you can have detailed information in DNA without somebody, a mind, to organize it and put that into place. That was what convinced them. So I just thought it was pretty thoughtful. I guess we get to that.
We're good. Amen. All right, Al. Amen.